Did you know there's an African country that defeated a European empire and kept its independence? Ethiopia. Welcome back to Fact the Africa. Today, I'm breaking down why Ethiopia is often called the African nation that was never colonized, and how it pulled off one of the boldest wins in history. First, the hook. In 1896, at the Battle of Adwa, Ethiopia faced Italy, an industrial power. On mountainous terrain the Ethiopians knew like home. Emperor Menelik II rallied a massive, multi-ethnic force. Amhara, Oromo, Tigray, Guraj, and other Ethiopian ethnic groups. Empress Teitu Betul led strategy and logistics, even cutting off water to an Italian fort earlier at Mekelle. And here's the kicker. Ethiopia wasn't fighting with spears alone. Menelik had spent years buying modern rifles and artillery from Europe, playing rivals off each other to arm his people. Italy expected a quick win. Instead, Ethiopia outnumbered, outmaneuvered, and overwhelmed them at Adwa. The result? A treaty recognizing Ethiopia's full sovereignty. Across the continent, that victory sent a signal. Africa could fight back and win. Now, proof with perspective. Some people ask, what about Liberia? Liberia is unique. Founded by formerly enslaved people from the United States, it wasn't formally colonized by Europe. But when people say never colonized, they point to Ethiopia's military resistance and recognized independence after Adwa. And yes, Italy did occupy Ethiopia from 1936 to 1941. That was brutal, but it wasn't the end. Ethiopian patriots fought a relentless resistance, and with support from African fronts and allies in World War II, they liberated their country. The flag rose again. The state endured. Here's why this matters. Ethiopia kept more than borders. It kept its soul, a living script, Ge'ez, that shaped Amharic and Tigrinya. Ancient Christian rock-hewn churches in Lalibela, a Muslim heritage that thrives in Harar's walled city. The birthplace of coffee, Bunna, shared in a ceremony that turns a drink into a bond. Haile Selassie became a global voice for African freedom. Ethiopia's red, yellow, and green inspired the Pan-African colors. Addis Ababa hosts the African Union, a symbol that the continent's future is decided at home. So when you hear Ethiopia was never colonized, remember Adwa, the planning, the unity, the courage. Remember the patriots who refused to surrender, and remember a nation that held on to language, faith, music, and identity through it all. Africa's story is resistance, resilience, and pride. Ethiopia is proof. If you learned something new, hit subscribe and keep exploring the real Africa with me, one fact at a time. See you in the next one.